feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no wave.
So apparently, yeah, Justin LeBoy has this he has this podcast. By the way, he just invited me to go. I should go on his podcast, right, Chad? He just invited me to go on his podcast. Shout to Justin LeBoy. He got his podcast popping off, and he just interviewed Jim Jones. Now, I thought Jim Jones and Cameron were on good terms. Obviously, we know they've been through back and forth and ups and downs, but it appears that Jim Jones did not appreciate what Cameron and 50 Cent spoke about him when they did some content together. So when Jim Jones was asked about his relationship with Cam and even subsequently even Mase and then even 50, he wasn't that fond about the whole thing. Check this out.
It started with Mase. He didn't do the right thing.
That's the one.
No. Okay, then that's before that. Here we go.
On with somebody doing.
No. Wait, where is that? Is it this? Oh no. Oh, I put Mase. 50 Cent. It's Jim Jones 50 Cent.
Keeping a Cam right now. He just did the interview with 50.
For the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show.
Them niggas be on my dick, right? Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them niggas in their life. You heard? Both of them. Pause, though. Get off of my dirt. There's only space on there for baby girl, man. Come on, man. Tugging on my shit like that.
Yo, you never clear shit up, and we never hear your side of the story. Cam was like, I thought we could pull it together. Next thing I know, I see Jim performing with
That nigga ain't think nothing. He could pull nothing together. He couldn't do nothing with me. He couldn't tell me nothing, nigga. But let's not get this shit twisted. Like, nigga, nobody could tell me nothing, nigga. I was my own boss. I did what I did as a fucking soldier, because I was a soldier, nigga. You heard? I had the soldiers, niggas. Niggas didn't tell me nothing. You heard? I did what I wanted to do. I seen the shit wasn't going right, so I started doing what Jim Jones needed to do for Jim Jones. Because the nigga that was supposed to be the Don wasn't taking care of the capo. Started feeling like the Gotti movie, you heard?
Hey, I love older rappers because let me tell you this. Even watching Cameron and 50 Cent like kind of kiki and have a good time, you know what I realized? When everybody making money, nobody got problems. And it led me to this thought. I said, I'm not saying Jim Jones ain't making money. I'm just saying his disposition or his seeming gripe towards Cam and 50 feels like maybe he's been left out a bit. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I've seen Cam and them just be having a great old time these days. Cam and Mase, ain't nothing that big of a deal to them. They be having a great old time. You know why? It's a lot of money they're making. They're making a shit ton of money. They don't have time to be upset. They got no problem. Even niggas they used to be beefing with, they be like, oh, no, it's all good. Back in the day, come on the show, we'll talk about it. Like, they're having a good time. This right here, when it came to Jim Jones, he didn't feel like he was having a good old time. And again, I don't want to speak to no one's pockets, even though I'm a pocket watcher, but it felt like, you know, he's watched Cam get into this podcast land and clearly he's flourishing. That wasn't Jim Jones's lane. And I think he just doesn't have that same type of look backness, if that makes sense. Like, he's not looking at shit like how they look at it because they're making a lot of money and they don't give a fuck no more, right? So you could sit with 50 and, you know what I mean? If anybody would have a problem, I would believe with that story, it would be Cam. Cam was the person getting played by 50 when 50 brought out Jim Jones. Except Jim Jones is the one now cussing out both of them. You get what I'm saying? Now, 50, of course, did not take that lightly, right? And 50 reposted this picture, seemingly of a young Jim Jones, and he says, "Individual one, calling the shots out here. I know you working, so please don't say gangster shit to me. Individual one." Now, when you further look at that, you will see that 50 then posted an entire clip where he then later said, "Individual one," he's talking to Jim. Now, if you don't know where that comes from, Individual one is the moniker some people would say is Jim Jones because he was listening 6ix9ine's paperwork in the indictment of the 9 Trey Bloods, which, if you don't know, Jim Jones is a 9 Trey Blood, but he wasn't that active when those guys were getting indicted, for example, 6ix9ine and them. However, he was caught on a wiretap where he was telling one of the guys, when 6ix9ine was getting online, he said, "Yo, y'all gotta super violate him and his security." Basically almost meaning shoot his security, right? And people wondered, how the hell are you a 9 Trey Blood? You, the 9 Trey Bloods get indicted, and you're caught on wiretap telling somebody to do something violent, and you don't get indicted. This was the clip.
That's cool, but now he gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated. Super duper. So ain't too much he can really do unless he gonna run around with 100 armed securities all day. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get shot at
He ain't getting enough money for that.
That's a fact. And he just canceled all his shows.
And he ain't a gang member no more.
Nah, he ain't nothing.
That's what Shotty needs to make sure he do.
Nah, we
tell that nigga that he's not a gang member no more. He kicked out the whip. He was never a gang member. Nigga, Shotty need to expose him. Like,
nah, it's pussy. Never to do. Yeah, they got a TMZ. TMZ want to talk to niggas on Monday. So Shotty like, you want me? Crippy. I think he said.
Nah, you don't need to be on no TMZ. Let Shotty be on TMZ.
I'm not gonna get on it, but he wanted me to talk to the nigga and tell the nigga what happened. Like, cause you know, my lap first. You feel me? So he want.
Nah, you don't say nothing. You let Shotty handle that shit, bro. You don't say nothing.
So don't say nothing.
Nah, Shotty gotta handle that shit. He get on TMZ. He need to talk his talk and he talk his shit. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
And he need to be very, very, very articulate about what he's saying, why he made people think that nigga was a gang member. He needs to let niggas know that he was never a gang member.
Now, the operative part of why people feel like, you know, Jim Jones is either cooperating or whatever is that, you know, in a RICO case, they look for the people who are the leaders, who are the shot callers. So if you could be on a phone call saying, "Yo, you guys should violate someone, you should shoot someone, you should super violate someone," or even then explaining to say, "You need to do this, get on TMZ and explain why this guy's not a gang member and why you guys made it seem like he was cool," it appears that you're given directions and you're part of this organization as well. So some people felt flabbergasted that Jim Jones was never arrested or charged. And I think Jim has never really spoke on it, but some people might look at it like, nah, he just didn't do enough to get charged. Some people be like, no, that's not how it works. He's cooperating. Whatever you want to think about it, again, these are the culminations of all that.
He was always a money play for the gang members. He got to figure it out, but they gonna have to violate Shorty because Shorty on some bullshit.
Okay, so it is what it is, depending on how serious you guys want to take it. All right. Look at this. Oh, no, that is. All right. Really quickly, shout out to Ye, man, and a lot of sympathy for Ye and everything he's going through. He just posted something basically kind of getting at Adidas, claiming that Adidas is running, like, I would imagine some SEO that is blocking people from getting to his original site because if you don't know, he's kind of left Adidas and he's now solely claiming Yeezy and he's selling stuff direct to consumer, which is from the Yeezy.com website. Now, he has a new gripe. He says when you Google Yeezy.com, the Adidas store or site comes before the Yeezy site. Members at Adidas, stop doing this. Stop doing your moves to hold me back. Our partnership is done. You're a $60 billion company that froze my accounts down back on my feet, no pun intended, and I'm not going to stand for this, no pun intended. I did phenomenal work for you guys, and because I stood up for myself, you tried to intimidate and oppress me. I need everyone to remember I had major issues with Adidas because the design theft and oppression before the tweet. And side note, y'all know Jerry was corny and disloyal for doing work with Adidas after the way they handled things, and I still showed up to a show that was a copy of my Hollywood Bowl show, that being the so-called bigger man, but I'm never doing that again for no one ever. It's Yeezy over everything. Everyone that ever took a picture next to me that had their own clothing lines and agendas, everyone knows they were acting like they were my friend to promote their weak-ass fake Yeezy lines. They never wanted to truly work with the king. They wanted to use the king, get paid more than they would get paid anywhere else, be a yes man, be happy for any time. I didn't accomplish what we were working with or working towards. Now they banished. No more hugs. Yeezy over everything. I'm not here as a platform for anyone else. I'm here to dominate as I always have. The Yeezy $20 price is burning the game to the ground, leaving only Yeezy left. Everyone knows the Costa in luxury fashion are way marked up. I should have never even wore those Prada glasses. The site made $100 million last year. That was with it only being up for 6 months. I took the site down for 6 months to get control over my Shopify accounts. People wanted to make me believe I couldn't do this on my own. We sold 1 million pairs of pods, and I've been working on 10 other styles for the past 2 years. It's Yeezy for the people. Everything else was in the way, and blah, blah, blah. I think what Kanye is doing is, very admirable. I think he's finally taken the whole you don't have the answer sway, and he's realized, well, the answer has always been in front of you. You just got to do it yourself. So I do like the fact that he's trying to do things himself. What I think we do have to acknowledge, and we got to tell Kanye, is that nothing easy or nothing great comes with pure ease. Yes, the Adidas company is going to use SEO to try to put their website in front of yours. Yeah, you got to counter it, or you got to spend some marketing dollars. This is how it goes. You know what I mean? In every market, you're going to see a company try to shiesty out another company, or try to play them out, or try to steal their traffic. And yeah, it's happening to you too. So I'm glad that it's working where you're benefiting from all this. But if you think that they're just going to allow you to get free reign on Yeezy.com without them promoting their Yeezy backstock that they were left with, nah, it's just not going to happen. I don't believe it at all. So, again, I like what Kanye's doing, but he got to put in work just like everybody else. And I think he has the right formula this time. He just has to stop himself from going overboard, or at least allow himself to have some growth within the current market, because I do think he's doing a phenomenal thing that is going to last the test of time, if you ask me. All right? All righty then. LA fires. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't even know why I say that. Okay, what do y'all think about this LA fires thing, man? We're only seeing people who are well off being affected, but of course they matter too, and they have houses that are being affected in whether the Hollywood Hills or near Malibu, or what's it called, Pasadena, whatever the case is. Or not Pasadena, it's Pleasant. I can't remember the name. It's very sad what's happening, right? 100% very sad what's happening. California, though, and I don't want to get into politics, I just feel like it's almost like a failed state. Everything we're hearing about California just kind of tells us why politics happens cyclically. Wow, I can't speak. Happens in a cycle. And the reason why I say that is because for everything that places like California was celebrating, you get to realize they were doing just dumb shit. Whether it's, some of the rhetoric that they were pushing forward or how they approach, and on some climate change or environment level, they were pushing a certain shit, and those things came back around to bite them with, yo, you guys don't have water in your hydrants. You guys basically have created a forest situation that's completely barren and dry. That's why we're having maybe more than usual amount of forest fires or fires that can't be contained. And that's kind of what's happening. I'm actually, not that it should happen to anyone, but at least the areas I keep hearing is happening to the most are the more affluent areas. Most of those people probably have some type of insurance, probably have some type of, relief that they're going to get, whether it's through an insurance or maybe just because they have the funds or some other means. It's way more manageable, more than if it was a bunch of very underprivileged, lower class people who got all their livelihood rummaged and essentially burnt to hell. So again, I send my prayers to everybody who's going through that on the West Coast. But what it just reminds me is that California's a shithole. Not gonna lie to you, shithole completely. And I do hope everybody who, whether you have a house there or whatever the case is, I'm hoping if your belongings or your home isn't safe, that it could be replaced. And of course, not everything in life could be replaced, but, hopefully the best that could be done at this point will be done for those people being affected, if you ask me. All right. Okay, cool. Jack Harlow. All right, I'll tell you what I got going. So, I do want to get into the gunna lawyer thing, but not really. TikTok Dan we could do tomorrow. Elliot Wilson versus Cam. What the fuck did Elliot Wilson say to Cam, man? Elliot Wilson was beefing with Cam. Oh, it's an extra T. What the fuck did he say?
The media.
Yes. Everybody's media. Summer Walker's media. Cameron's running like he's Stephen A. Smith. It's what we're dealing with.
Why are you saying like he's Stephen A? Why he not running around like Cameron?
Cameron to be that.
That's what people be mad at you about when you say shit like that.
Which I think he should lean into. Be the old villain.
OD, that was hate.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people be mad at you.
Oh, it's hate.
Cam is running around like he's Stephen A. Smith. No,
why is he support journalists? Because he has an opinion? Why?
But him and Mase have proved to have a good opinion that people care about.
He got Mase having a job and really like check because the bag is there.
But Elliot, you don't think that we all come from the culture of we all sit around in our neighborhoods in front of our buildings.
But Mark, don't make you a journalist.
But I'm just saying we all sit around in our groups with our friends and talk about
our
sports,
opinions, yes.
music.
Absolutely.
That's all these guys are doing right now.
But that's not fair. Is Shannon Sharp a journalist?
No, but that's the
Or does he
easier
have experience from it?
All right, with all due respect, I can't even get into this. Like, are we still having this conversation? Yo, check this out. We're all journalists, man. Hey, let me tell you this. Hey, let me just end all this conversation. We don't got nothing to talk about. Hey, we're all journalists. The biggest platform wins. I got the biggest platform. I'm the best journalist. I don't give two fucks about nothing. Okay, I'm sorry to say. Okay, yo, these days, artists has shown us. Let me tell you this. If you somebody coming up in the game, build your platform, get an audience, fuck anything else. all respect to Elliot Wilson, but that era is done. These artists don't want to do interviews no more. They don't want to talk to people. Athletes don't want to talk to the actual journalists no more. That shit's a dub. Niggas get on their Instagram live, they go do their shit. They pick one interviewer who's gonna give them the soft as baby shit interview. Like, that shit's a dub. Yo, these days journalism is giving your opinion and giving the interpretation of what you're seeing through a lens that people feel relatable to. That's it, bro. These artists don't want to talk no more. Kendrick don't want to do no interview with nobody black. Drake don't want to do an interview with nobody that's not a comedian or some white girl in the bed. Bro, it's a dub. Like, just stop with this. This journalism is dead. Let's just stop it, man. Why niggas be talking about this? The best journalism in the game, journalist in the game is Big Act. And the only reason I'm gonna say that because I got the biggest platform. Then it's Joe Budden after that. Okay? The rest of y'all niggas just go build a platform at this point, bro. They don't want to talk no more. These artists, they don't want to talk. They got their social media. They don't give a fuck. Okay? We don't gotta, like I keep I've been telling these artists, I don't give a fuck about y'all. I do make more money off of talking about you than to you. It's over. It's just a wrap. Like, you have the likes of Rihanna. She don't do interviews. You got Drake. He don't want to do interviews. J. Cole, unless you're on a tricycle, you don't want to do interview. You have Kendrick Lamar. If you're not a white woman somewhere, you don't want to do interview. These niggas don't want to do interviews. Fuck it. That's what I keep saying. Let me make up stories about you bitch ass niggas. Just don't say nothing about me, because I'm all y'all ass and I'm funnier than all y'all, man. That's why I just keep writing a narrative about them. Don't sit with me. I'll just write a narrative about you. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to call you a hoe. I'm going to say you a bitch. I'm going to say you over here suck. I'm going to say you're falling off. And don't talk to me. Again, it all comes back around. Elliot, just watch and learn. I know you're the OG, but watch and learn. When these artists realize that them not talking gave me the power, they'll come back around and start running their mouth eventually. Don't you worry. After I done spun 3,000 narratives about 3,000 rappers, and they're like, what? Why Ak is telling everybody I fell off? Well, because that's what I wanted to do. Sorry, they'll come back around and start having some sense. It's cyclical, okay? That's what happens in this hip-hop shit. So right now, all these rappers think they don't got to talk to people. There's only one Playboy Cardi. There's only one certain of these rappers that don't got to talk. The rest of y'all niggas need to run your fucking mouth. But if you decide not to talk, I'll make the narrative about you. I like doing it. I wake up, I throw darts in my sleep. You fell off. You're a bum, you're broke, you're going to jail, and I just go with whatever I got going on, and then I just print money. I got no problem with it. Okay, so I don't know why Elliot be complaining. Elliot, stop complaining, bro. Please, stop. Who gives a fuck about these niggas, man? Just keep saying what you want to say. You and Drake beefing now or whatever the case is. Like, say anything about Drake, nigga. The fuck? That nigga they ain't doing an interview anyway. Just say Drake got 3 thumbs. Who gives a fuck? You get what I'm saying? Like, this whole, like, journalism shit, that shit dead, man. I'm glad that shit dead too, man, because what the fuck we got? We don't need no think pieces. Everybody's a journalist. Like, I be on Twitter reading regular people's opinion, and I think it's just as great as journalism. I like hearing people's opinion. That's it. Oh, okay, cool. That makes sense. All right. And I don't like that. That's bullshit. Fuck it. Well, and also here's the thing: Cameron's the best journalist in the game. Cameron's I still watch Stephen A. Stephen A's my nigga, but I don't watch none of that other sports shit. That shit corny. I watch Cam and Mase. They're the greatest. The fuck are you talking about? So Elliot, man, embrace all this shit, man. Embrace the fuckery. Cam and Mase, y'all are the greatest sports journalists. Me and Joe, we're the greatest hip hop journalists. Gilbert Arenas, you're one of the greatest sports journalists, and we just gonna keep this shit moving. Okay? We don't care if y'all niggas know how to write an article. That shit is dead. We not writing shit. I get on this bitch and I start roasting niggas. That's my article. Fuck out of here. It's over. You get what I'm saying? So please, Elliot, it's never going back. It's never going back. Athletes don't want to do interviews. That's just done. Rappers don't want to do interviews. It's just over. Just get on your platform, make up your opinion, and keep it moving. And here's the thing. This is another thing about this whole journalist shit. Yo, the fans, the cream will always rise to the top. Remember that. This is how it goes in life. Everybody has access to a microphone. Not everybody makes it, right? Everybody could be a journalist. That's the thing I don't like about this journalist shit. Back in the day, all them journalist niggas, bro, y'all used to be sucking all type of cock and all type of shit working for magazines. Nobody even knew where these fucking magazines was at. These days, Akademiks is competing with the niggas watching me. If y'all think you better than Act, pop a mic on and get busy. I think I could take all of y'all motherfuckers. I don't, you see, that's why I don't respect rapping back in the day. Y'all niggas, I used to, even DJs back in the day, I used to carry a crate for Grandmaster. Man, get out of here. Anybody could do it now. If you want to be the best journalist right now, buy one of these. It's $200. Get one of, like, everybody's in the game. And I love competition because I'm going to get, listen, I really feel like, you see, you never see me be like, oh man, Playboy Max is now popping up. Nah, let him get in the game. I love it. I'm over here squabbling with everybody. I'm a top tier squabbler. Ain't nobody's better than me. So, Elliot, just welcome to competition. I know you competing and shit like that, but please stop complaining about these guys, man. Like, Jesus, Cam is the best. Cam is the funniest. I rather watch Cam than watch like these niggas in suits and ties on ESPN. I'm not watching them. I'm watching Cam. Cam, I'm watching. Mase, I'm watching you. Mase is hilarious. Why would I want to watch these guys? These days, people get their news from who they want to get it from in a relatable format. You think that people, like, yo, I wasn't here for 2 weeks. You think people couldn't get their news about the FS1 Rico from somebody else? They could. They want Act to give it the Act sauce. Okay, here's an Act sauce with it. Let's go get it. That's what they wanted. Let people do what they want to do. This whole thing about journalism shit is like niggas still talking about what happened to the triangular offense. No, nigga, we shooting from the logo. Fuck out of here. If you ain't trying to shoot from the logo, shut the fuck up. That's the new wave, bro. Everybody's doing what they doing. And again, just go with the flow, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. So Cam, you're the greatest. Mase, you're the greatest. Elliot, you're doing your thing. Let's keep it going, bro. Let's stop arguing about this journalism shit, man. For real. Bro, like, yo, we're all telling the same stories. You know, like, just think about it. It's all about flavor. And that's the only thing I'll be watching when Elliot be doing. I'm like, yo, Elliot, you know, me and Stephen A. Smith cover about 40% of the same topics these days. He does a little bit more politics, but if there's a topic about Sweetie or Ruby Rose or Diddy, we both talk about it. You think I'm going to be here like, no, yo, you stop covering hip-hop because I want to cover hip-hop. Hip-hop is mine. No, the fans going to pick what they want. Some people might be like, nah, I want to hear Act do his thing on this. Some people might be like, nah, I want to hear a little bit more eloquent Stephen A. do it. Bro, it don't matter. Just get your group of people who rock with you and entertain them, man. Okay? All right. All right, people. I am pushing a couple topics to tomorrow. I am. But I'm not done.